You guys got to start exposing these bad bartenders right now. I'm tired of it.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the podcast.
We're back.
Man, excited to be back for another episode. Just getting into moving things, seeing how things going on. Got my boy with me.
Got a different little setup. What's up, man? It's LVB.
Oh, we do got a different setup. What y'all think? Y'all want to go back to the old one?
I think I like this better. It's more comfortable. We got the little, artwork in the back. It's not bad. It's a new vibe.
It's a nice vibe. You wouldn't spend $1,500 on the couch. Might as well use it.
Wifey spent I didn't. I said, man, you give me something. You always want to overspend. That's how these women are. But anyway, what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just the topic at stake right now, man. The topic for today's episode.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about today?
I'm not going to use the word hate, but what do you dislike about bartenders? Or why do you dislike certain bartenders?
There's a few things, all right? We're going to get right into it, okay?
Let me get a top three.
Top three? What bartenders do or what I don't like? I mean, just overall what I don't like about bartenders.
Let's do the things that you notice that they're doing visually that upset you.
Things that I see at a bar that I cannot stand? Oh,
Yes.
This is a great question, bro. First thing, all you bartenders out there, love to touch the garnish, the fruit with your dirty fingers. DC, how many times do you see a bartender wash their hands while you're at the bar? Just chilling with whoever you're out there with. How many times do you see them wash their hands? Be honest.
Realistically, probably like 2 to 3 times a shift.
But spread out between like how long?
I mean, you get on the bar, you wash your hands, you start your job, which 90% of the people don't do. You go to the restroom, you come back, you're supposed to wash your hands in the restroom and at the bar. Back.
But what are bartenders? Let's see. What do bartenders touch all shift long? Let's see. Money. Oh, yeah. Money's very clean, isn't it? That is one of the dirtiest things in the world, okay? Everybody handles money. What else we got? Dirty glassware, dirty straws, dirty napkins. What about IDs? Debit cards, credit cards.
Someone ever gave you like a card out their bra?
Yeah, of course.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, I've seen somebody lick one before.
That's nasty, bro.
Anyway, so this is what I'm trying to say. This is like my biggest pet peeve. You want to know why? Because the bartenders, they don't even care about your well-being, bro.
Nope.
You know how dirty their hands are and their fingers are, and they just squeeze it and they drop it right in your drink. And a lot of you guys are so wasted that you guys don't even realize this, okay? And I don't want to hear alcohol kills the germs. Please. I do not want to hear that, okay? I was at a bar a couple months ago. Got a draft beer, Blue Moon draft, right? Sitting there. I was like, I guarantee this bartender is going to touch the fruit and squeeze that orange in my beer. So I'm sitting there. I'm just looking. Draft, bang, goes over. Doesn't use fruit pick or tongs to pick it up, which I will show you guys in a minute what those are. Bare hands, squeeze it and dropped it right in, came over and goes, there you go, sir. I said, excuse me, I need you to remake that. He goes, well, I said, bro, you touched the fruit with your dirty hands. And he just looked at me, and maybe that day he might have learned a lesson. I'm just saying, I'm different. I'm in the industry. I've seen it all. A lot of people don't care. But when you're making my drink, please use some of these right here. Bartenders, you know what these are? Or anybody out there, you know what these are? DC, what are these?
Fruit tongs, a.k.a. bar tongs.
And these are just used to touch the fruit or the garnishes. I mean, how hard is it to just go like this and drop it in? Is that hard? I mean, it's the same amount of time. It's a lot more cleanliness.
Yeah.
There's only 2 ways a bartender should prepare or touch, or not even touch, to grab a garnish, bar tongs, and fruit picks. The only 2 ways, okay? I can go on this topic forever, but I'm just going to, I'm going to keep it quick today because you guys need to stop doing this. I see you guys doing this all the time, and you should be embarrassed of yourself. Number 2, DC, let's just keep going, okay? I love when I order some shots, okay? And the bartender, they take this off. Same thing, bang. Look at my hand. This is very dirty, okay? Let me put my hand on here. Let's shake it up. No problem. These people don't care, okay? Because they don't give us crap. Because they're intoxicated. Go like this. There's only if you have a strainer, proper way strainer, pour. This one, I love when they go like this. Drop it right on top. Yeah, let's just run that shot right through the bottom of that tin. What do you think about that one?
That's terrible. I don't do that.
That's lazy too.
Yeah.
And you guys think it looks good. They don't teach you that in school. Do they teach you that?
Actually, you know what? The bartending class that I went to, they're like, not the union one, but like a regular little joint that I went to.
That?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you can just, if you don't have a top, you can just grab a cup and then flip it around and pour it if you don't have a strainer. I was like, all right. Like,
I mean, there's only two ways to do that. With the strainer, or if you can
split,
go like
you gotta
this.
do the split, yeah.
You split pea. We call this split pea soup right there.
Yeah.
DC split pea. Last but not least, DC's favorite one. I'm getting old, okay? When they strain your shots into the shot glasses, and the bartender hands you your shots like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. Know what I said one day? I was like, you might as well just take your fingers and put them right in my mouth. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
So remake them shots right now. I'm just being honest. I'm a paying customer. I mean, I'm just. It's not what I don't like it. It's not the way to do it. Okay, there's only just how hard does it go like this? A lot of these people want to look cool and just do this. I wonder what those people are like outside of work. Think about it. They probably don't even wash their hands ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And DC, I can go on a lot more about this, but that's just things that I see at the bars that I absolutely despise. But you're my top 3. I got 20. Give me 3 of your things that you dislike about bartenders. When you see something they do, or just when you go to the bar.
Number 1 would probably. All right, I'm trying to see how to do this. All right, when they how they just gave you the shots, that same way they pick them up. They'll have like a round of shots. They'll go back and pick them up the same way.
They'll take them. Yeah, that's how they pick them up.
And then they'll go make another drink, and then
touch your straw.
Yeah, put your hand on the straw and all that. You know what's crazy? The bartender that I know actually got mono from grabbing things like that.
Oh.
And then she had like an itch or something, scratched it, and then next thing you know, all the bacteria and everything, she got the mono joint from that.
I wonder what those other guests got.
Oh damn! Man,
think about it.
Yeah.
How many guests did she serve with the itch?
Yeah. True story.
The dirty hands. What else you got? Tell me something else. These people are terrible. You guys got to start exposing these bad bartenders right now. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, the other thing would be the fruit thing, only because they grab it, they dump it in your drink, then they go grab a napkin to dry their hands off, right? And then they throw the napkin and it falls all over the floor, and then now it's just a big mess. Or when I see them grab the ashtray and they wipe it out, and then they put it back, but they don't wash their hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that was like, I just seen you. Like, that's terrible. Or you ever went in the restroom and then they walk right out and you're like, nah, homie, come back. You got to go wash your hands, bro.
I've seen that in a few people.
Yeah, I've seen a bar back do it once, and I was like, bro, you're not going to go wash your hands? He's like, yeah, at the bar. I'm like, nah, bro,
no, you gotta
run that,
right
bro.
Here. That's terrible. And the crazy thing is, you have, and like, where we are, you have to, just say the health inspector ever shows up at your bar, they will make you wash your hands in front of them. They will ask you to properly wash your hands in front of them. Give them the steps. I know you know this. Come on, DC.
You basically 20-second wash your hands, and when you're done washing your hands, you grab a napkin to turn off the actual faucet, because otherwise that faucet is so dirty, bro.
Yeah.
And that's where, or when they ask you, let me see your health card, and then you pull it out, and you don't wash your hands after you put it back into your wallet, you basically get a demerit.
And they will dock you.
Yeah, 100%.
People don't know. They just think there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind this. There's a lot of training that comes.
I've seen casino bars get shut down because people are just grabbing fruit with their hand and straws and money and all that type of stuff. And you're like, bro, like, come on, it's not that hard. Like, anybody can bartend. Y'all just making it hard.
So since we're in the industry, do you think that we only notice this because we're in the industry and we've been, taught this stuff? Or because you think at the, how many times has a guest told you, hey, remake my drink because you touched the fruit with your hands?
Never.
That's wild. Think about it. How many times has a guest told you to remake their cocktail because of that?
Look, if I don't have tongs or picks, I grab a napkin. I grab the fruit with the napkin, then I throw it in there. So I never, with my hands, grab the fruit.
Yeah. Or when they give you like you have a Corona and they just took the lime on top, the bartender, the old
Yeah,
school dudes.
yep. And they put the right on top and they give it to you, and you're like, all right, throw that Corona up in there.
I'm telling you, man, it's a touchy topic because I think sad to say, even though I just said all that, half the people they don't care.
Nah, they don't.
They just want to get that buzz.
Yeah,
They
they
want to
just like,
get
yo, I'm
down
just
to the
here to
gritty.
sip. Like, I don't
They
care how I get it. Like, it's crazy. Like, I think people come with the expectancy of, hey, I'm gonna turn all the way up and black out because that's what Vegas is about.
but I still think like halfway. I mean that stuff is important.
Yeah,
Maybe not for the guests, but the bartenders should all they should know that. Let's just be honest.
yeah,
They're making great money to do their job, and they're just it's like there's a lot of lazy bartenders. That's what we're gonna get into here soon.
yeah.
Because you said your things. Now, let me ask you a question. When you walk up to the bar, what irks you the most about a bartender?
Yo, when he's just sitting there miserable, like, don't acknowledge you, no, like, stereotyping you,
And he
like,
doesn't even know that you're a bartender or you're in the same industry.
yeah, they don't know and they don't care. But the moment you hit on a machine or something, they're, oh, hey,
Oh,
yeah, I'm your best friend. And I'm like,
that is the worst. That's one thing I hate, and that's why I don't believe about. And that's one thing I don't like about local bars in Las Vegas.
no, they got the regulars. They showing love to the regulars. You and you do, they're like, this ain't going to throw 10% on the Royal.
And when you hit, all of a sudden they're your best friend.
Yep.
Because if they hit $1,000, they expect you to give them $100.
Yeah, 100%. They
And I,
want they want that money.
it just shows you it's not about the customer service. It's just about they just want the money, and that's one of my biggest things. When I walk up to a bar and the bartender is just straight miserable,
It's worst.
because I'm sure you've probably been there for years. You could be a day one bartender at one of these properties, but if you're miserable, it might be time for you to retire or move to another bar.
Yeah. What they don't understand though is that them being miserable sacrifices the guest experience. And it's like, yo, like those guests have nothing to do with you and they're not making you mad. They're just here to have a good time. And you're already, approaching them and greeting them with that face is like, dang, I don't even want to be here. How many people, how many people came to the bar and were like, yo, you're way cooler than the last guy. He was so mad and angry and unhappy. Like, I'm glad I came to your bar. I'm just going to keep coming to you.
And that's where this is going to come in. That's the people. I don't know if a lot of people realize you have union bartenders in
Mm-hmm.
house. So if you're a union bartender, basically you get placed in your bids or when you first start. It's all about seniority.
Yeah.
You could
100%.
be the worst bartender on planet Earth, and if you get a high seniority number during the drawing, they draw.
Yeah. Lottery system.
It's a lottery system. You could be absolutely the worst bartender. You could end up with a job that pays $150,000 a year being the worst bartender in Las Vegas.
100%.
Just because people are going to go to that bar.
Because it's the only bar, on the casino floor, depending where you're at. But
Doesn't
yeah,
matter about your skill set or how good you are about it.
yeah,
Like you think about it. Well, how do you feel like when you're at a bar and somebody comes in, you're like, say you're in the service well, somebody gets called in that's way below you in seniority and is going to go there and probably make like $600-700
yeah,
when you're going to make like whatever.
yeah.
And you can't do nothing about it. You can't go into a section.
Nope.
And then how does that make you feel?
But that's the casino industry in general. That's why a lot of people go take a pool shift or they go take, a restaurant shift because they're tired of just seeing other people below them make more money than them because where they fall on the on call list. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
if you're forced to be scheduled because the way the union works, if there's 5 days available, you have to take it. That's the way the casinos work. So you might be the last one, and you got to take a grave. And that person under
You've
you,
been there for years.
yeah, and that person under you that just got hired is number one on call, working all swings.
I used to be guilty of that back in the day.
Yeah,
Used to be on call, getting some good shifts.
yeah. You ever just walked off grave and you see somebody under you coming in, and you're like, man,
It's just and bartending is it's I think to be honest with you in the unit it's the luck of the draw.
yeah, 100%.
Because like I said, bro, there's people in there.
Unless you put your reps in. Just take the first shift that comes up. Even if it's a terrible shift, you're going to make no money.
Let me ask, how long will it take you to get to that spot, though, where you're going to be making a good amount of money? Because these people aren't going nowhere.
12 years.
It's a lot of time.
Yeah. Unless there's a new property that opens, you decide to go there, people jump ship, and then you move up. That's the only way I think it's worth it, like to take a shift if you know there's something's happening and there's a big shift and people are retiring, and if you plan it out right, you can, saying that you take this like real serious.
Well, yeah, because you get a pension and you get all that stuff.
I mean, I never took it serious enough to break down how many people would leave and do the algorithm of
some people,
how I'll move up.
Their whole life is work. So
yeah.
They just talk about work.
You're a mess with one like that?
Huh?
They just want to work. Like, they don't care. Like, they just want to be at work, and if they can be there 7 days a week, they will.
Come on their day off to work, some of these people.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. It's just I don't need to be at work my whole life.
Yeah.
Take a vacation.
What about the bartenders that just have like that pass from management because they cool? You ever know any of them?
Few.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Because management isn't as tough as you think they are.
Some of them just go in there trying to make a name for themselves, and you're like, all right, I'm going to wait for this to pass. I'm not worried about it. It's going to pass because that's usually what happens. But what about the bartenders that just have like dark days?
Dark days you talking about?
Yeah, off the liquor. Like some of these bartenders, man. Like I knew a guy, he had to quit because the alcohol was that addictive to him. But I honestly, I'm like, yo, I respect you for quitting.
Yeah.
And walking away from $75K a year or whatever the shift he was on.
Yeah, that sometimes people can't. But yeah, but that's the thing is like when you're around it all day, you become a product of your environment sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
And then sometimes it's so easy to get caught up because you get off shift and there's bar everywhere. Like at IP back in the days where Imperial Palace, but we get off. When I was young back then, we used to get off and stay at the bars and sip, chill. So everybody, bartenders, waitresses, just kicking it.
That's
and it just shows you how easy. And there's people that would do it for years, and I mean, the abuse finally took their toll on them. But yeah, I think a lot of people in our industry drink, bro.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that they drink in a matter of like, I need to ease my pain because I had such a stressful day or I had a long day. So let me crack, you know what I'm saying, a bottle. And I'm going to leave it here and I'm going to just keep feeding myself with it until I get numb.
Yeah, but imagine coming to work and you have to drink at work to get through your day.
You ever seen this? The shakes?
A couple times.
Yeah, you already know what they have, the shakes. And they're like, oh, man, they keep going in the cooler.
Yeah, bro, it's sad. I mean, I try to break it down to people sometimes. And, bro, you should try to, but... You can only tell people so much. I mean, people get caught up, and that's just how it goes. It's sad because the sauce will get you.
Yeah.
Some people could stick, but some people need it.
Yeah. And that's when, I mean, it sucks to say, but you got to leave because you're just going to keep digging yourself in the hole. I've seen people lose their marriages, their families, lose everything due to alcohol.
Alcohol it's a monster, bro. It could be one of the worst. It might be. You know why? Because alcohol is not like heroin or cocaine or none of that. You can buy alcohol anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't have to find a drug dealer to buy booze.
True story.
Especially in Vegas. There's alcohol they're everywhere. Gas stations, everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets ugly out here. And it gets in I mean, that's why I call it Devil's Playground, bro. Las Vegas. Everything.
I'm glad I never got into like
drugs, alcohol, women, gambling. It's all there. It's all here.
All you need is a little bit of money. You can get all of them.
You can have them all in one night.
Yeah.
And it could ruin your whole life.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
You get hooked. And it's over.
Yeah.
And it's all about it's all about how you can overcome your demons.
Yeah. I'm glad I never sipped after work. And I mean, I was married when I started bartending.
Well, that's good.
Like, I had a kid, and all that. So I would never sip outside of work. Let me rephrase. When I was bartending in a casino, when I was in like a off the strip bar, it was different. The manager was like, yo, if they want to buy you a shot, take it.
Yep.
Drink this and that, and you would get off work. You got to sit in the parking lot because you don't want to drink intoxicated. Yeah,
a lot of guests say, can you do a shot with me?
Yep.
Nah, they can't. We can't drink here. But local bars, there's a whole different ball game. See, people don't really know. Like, I wonder how many bars are in Vegas.
I mean, how many?
Thousands.
Yeah. How many people say it's my birthday? Can I get a free shot?
You ever like when a girl comes up to the bar and goes, She goes, this happened. I'm hot. Can I get a free drink? I was like, sweetheart, you're probably hot in your hometown. You're not hot right here. And she was just like this.
Yeah.
Women, stop trying to ask for free shots saying you're hot because you're really not. Okay? Just because you're hot in Montana or some
Yeah.
small town, when you come out here, it's a whole different world.
Yeah. Especially if you're a Mark.
You ever been called a Mark? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude try to fight you.
Dude try to fight me. We have one day we're just gonna go on store. We're gonna do like stories
We ain't
about
going
behind the bar.
Yo, next episode, let's do that. We're gonna do horror stories. Yo, that's dope. Next
That's actually a
episode,
good idea.
stay tuned. Behind the bar horror stories is
We got
coming
a lot.
down.
Remember the guy who talked to me about the Rolex that day? We
Yeah,
got so.
yeah, we're gonna say that for the next episode.
save all them.
Yeah, actually, you know what, man? Yeah, we'll talk about it next episode.
I got one more question
Go ahead.
for you, man. What are you tipping a bartender? How you tipping off?
I mean,
When you walk up to a bar,
I tip what I expect. So if you come and order a beer, realistically, if I'm just handing you a beer, I don't expect anything from you. And if you give me something, I'm grateful for it. I will still tip $1 on a beer, but if someone makes me a cocktail, an old fashioned, and it's made well, and it's not soda water all the way up, and it's like a perfect cocktail, like I appreciate the craft. So guess what? The drink's $12. I might throw you the dub and say keep it.
yeah. And the funny thing, you talking about old fashions, I think that is one of the most. Everybody has their own theory on an old fashioned, how it should be made this way, this way, this way. This not like it's crazy
Yeah, 100%.
that everybody has their own way, or it's never the right way.
Yeah.
Like always.
Yep. I mean, I like old fashions, so
Yeah, I never really liked them, so.
yeah, it's all liquor.
Well, you got to keep that hard liquor in your system, DC. DC don't really drink.
No. Last time I had alcohol, like a spirit, not wine, I couldn't tell you.
Really?
Probably my boy's wedding in 2018 or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's good for you.
Yeah, just
See, like when I asked you what I like me, I go off performance.
mm.
Like people say it's straight 20%.
where they're like super fast, the best bartender ever, but the drinks are trash. You still throwing them?
See, the drinks have to be something I enjoy.
Mm.
I mean, you can be super fast. That's like the nightclub bartenders. Like, bro, they got you waiting for all day, and like I like when they don't even like acknowledge you.
Yeah, you hold that 20 up. They come. What you want?
I think because you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, and they know it's quantity over quality.
Yeah,
But when you're quality at a club, they calling you back like, bro, you come over here.
when I used to do the Wet Republic, bro, and people drop big bread,
Yeah.
like, when I see him, I point him out, point him out, point him out, point him out,
Yeah,
and I was just like, hey, you need anything else? You come back and see me.
yeah. You know what I used to do? I would tell them, yo, come right here on the side. I'd be like, yo, come right here. If you need anything, I'm right here, bro.
Yeah.
You don't gotta wait in line no more.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, all that over a dub? I'm like, yeah.
But tell you guys something right now, a $20 bill will get you great service in Las Vegas, okay? For all you guys want great service, go up to the bar, start out, throw a 20 down on the bar and see what kind of service you will get. Even tip a girl a 20.
What about
Flat girl.
What about this? If they tip you a 20 the first round and they come back, are you making them a stronger drink?
I'm going to take care of them.
Yeah.
For sure. They ain't even got to throw me a 20 every time.
So what if they don't? Are you gonna give them the little jigger, like the little half ounce?
They might get an SP.
Oh.
You know what I hate? Well, I don't hate, but when people come to the bar and they stiff you and they just keep coming back like nothing. Like when you guys come to the bar, we're not telling you to tip crazy, but just take care of your bartender or your server, whoever. But when you guys just keep walking back up to the bar nonstop, asking for the same thing, I wonder what that bartender's doing to your drink.
You ever have somebody come back to you 4 times and not tip you once?
Whew, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, it's not about the tip thing. It's just my thing with like people. I think you look bad. You could spend like $50, $60 on a round, but you can't tip. Especially you guys who like to leave change. Okay? I like when they take the change off the bar and throw it in a tip jar. I love that. They pick up all the ones
Yep.
and they throw it in your tip jar.
You know what someone told me? They were like, "Yo, I'm sorry, I can't tip you, bro. The drinks are too expensive."
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So it's your fault, DC. It's DC's fault that your drinks are too expensive. A place that he's working for that he has no say in what the price is, but it's the bartender's fault. Yeah, that's just an excuse because you're too cheap to tip.
What about when you told a guy, and I've witnessed this, you said, well, you got to know where you're at, bro.
And he goes, "Yeah, I know where I'm at."
Yeah, but he was complaining about the
He
prices.
complained about the price. You gotta know you're at a one of the biggest properties in Vegas. What do you think it's gonna be like? $5?
Yeah, 100%.
How do you think they pay for all this stuff? I'll tell you what though, the liquor
pay my
game,
salary.
the liquor game, bro, is they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
$10 bottle of water.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I went to the dollar store. I seen a Fiji. They're $1 in the
Yeah.
dollar store.
Yeah, and now you go to a strip property and they're what?
$10?
No, they're like
$8.50, $9.
They're $9 for the small 12-ounce Fiji, I think it is.
Yeah,
Dasani 6.
crazy.
Like,
But give me an ice water. Good.
yeah.
That's all I need. I'm not paying. I'm not cheap, but I'm not.
You ever denied someone of ice water?
Possibly.
Yeah, you did.
I might have.
Oh, man.
I might have. All right, so before we get out of here, I got to ask you something. If you're going to hire a bartender, what are you looking for? Because we just said what we dislike about bartenders. You're going to hire one. What do they have? What qualifications do they need? What's the first thing you notice when you first meet a bartender?
Man, their body language.
Body language, appearance is big.
Yeah. Integrity is huge. You got to know, like...
Do they know? All right, so okay, you said integrity. You're interviewing them, so you like body language.
Yep.
What about their drink knowledge? Do they have to know a lot, or
I don't really care. They can learn it as they go, as long as their work ethic is great. They're hardworking, and you can tell a lot by the way the person presents themselves and how they carry themselves.
especially
And a lot of people fake it in the interview, right? Suit. Oh, hi, I'm here. I'm great at what I do. Like, nah. Like, I want to ask you questions. Like, yo, what's your goal? Like, I want to get to the nitty gritty. Like, are you planning on being here for 5 years? Like, is that what you really want to do with your life?
Yep.
Just to see how they respond. And then if they're like, no, I'm actually trying to do this. I'm just here for right now. Then, chances are, they won't be around a long time. But as long as they're really good for the amount that they're there.
Right, and that was like my thing. Like, it's not all about the drinks, because the best training is right on the job.
100%.
You're gonna learn all your drinks on the job, and when you go to these bartending classes and all this, half the stuff that they teach you to make, you'll never ever make.
No. How many Alabama Slammers have you made?
Come on, bro. Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
Alabama Slammers, Rob
Flow Gin Fizz.
Yeah, like this comfortable
Pink
slow-
Lady,
Yeah, like,
Gigi,
I've never made that.
No.
It's either a vodka tonic, a beer. Let me get a long. It's very basic stuff.
Yeah. It's
You
terrible.
know, and I think that's good that you look at like the integrity and things like that. Because if you hire a good person,
Yeah. And number one thing, though, you got to have common sense.
there's some people that don't.
Like, if I ask you a question like, hey, some dude just fell, what's your first instinct? And they're like, I don't know, go find someone to help them. Like, no, bro, you go help them.
Yeah.
Like, they just fell. Like, go over there and go do it. It's common sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can dive into, like all these industry talk. There's a
Yep.
lot of stuff that we can dive into about all this.
Yeah. We could dive as deep as people paying rent for the bar stool, if you know what I mean. Like, how many people show up and they're like, yeah, I'm going to sit here, but I'm not going to play. You're going to have to pay rent to sit there.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy,
Can
but
you tell them that?
nah.
That's the thing.
But you can say this is reserved for gambling guest only or consuming guest only.
Yep.
And, you can't deny anyone from gambling. I mean, I think it's actually illegal for you to have a private gambling establishment that's not open to the public.
Definitely it is.
Yeah. But if you say, hey, we're going to reserve these for our guests who like to gamble, and then most of the time people are going to be like, nah, I want to sit here. And I'm like, all right, well, you got to start a tab.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a minimum of 4 drinks to be able to sit at the bar or whatever. But
Yeah.
there's other people that just sit there because they're trying to plot a scheme.
There's a lot of stuff goes on that people don't know. People coming up trying to get
A lot of stay schemers out there.
There's a lot of scheming and dreaming out there. All you bartenders, you better step your game up.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of you guys are
Don't
bad
get tricked and
bartenders.
rolled. Don't get tricked and rolled, bro.
There's a lot of bad bartenders out there. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I've been all over the country. I see these bad habits everywhere. I'm not saying every bartender does them, but you guys need to bring your game up just a little more. The small things will get you farther in this industry. Okay,
Yep.
it's not about being cool all the time. It's about doing things the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do things the right way. You'll grow. You'll become better, and you'll get farther in life. Okay, stop all the bad bartending. That's what I'm telling you guys right now. I'm calling every one of you guys out when I see. I don't even care. Even if I know you personally, I'm calling people out. I'm done. I'll call you out if I have to. I will. I'm sorry.
Mr. 2.4 over here. All right.
2.4.
2.41. Nah.
Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah, it's but what do you think, DC? Make sure you guys comment. Let us know what you guys like, what you want to see.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Follow on all platforms. Follow us every platform. Yeah, little thing about what we like and dislike.
Yeah, comment some questions too. Like we'd love to do like a little quick Q&A within the series of.
Yeah, we'll put your name on here. We'll shout you out and do all that Q&A. That's a good one.
Yeah.
One thing before we get out of here, what do you like most about the industry?
I would probably say the co-workers.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was gonna say money, but you actually become like a a family. You're there with them grinding all season.
Yeah,
because they're like your second family. Co-workers.
Yeah, and they support you. Like, hey, I want to start a car wash. You know what? Well, I just talked to everyone. We're all going to support you. Wash 10 cars right now. Like they're big on supporting you. You got the oddballs that won't like your post and won't share it or won't even acknowledge you. Because they're afraid that like, oh, I don't want to show him respect.
Yeah,
he's gaining popularity.
Yeah, well, a lot of that happens. It's just how I like that. You see, I like the coworker one.
Yeah,
I was gonna say when you could walk in on any given day and make $500 to $1,000, but you're looking at the long term.
Yeah, because you're gonna spend that 500 to 1,000 as fast as you got it, but you can forever build a friendship or a bond with coworkers.
That's true, but how many jobs can you walk in and make 500 to 1,000 in less than 8 hours, cash?
That's hard. Bartending, nightclub, cocktailing, tipping industry, that's where it's at. Unless you're gonna work a banquet. Then a banquet, you're working 6 hours and you probably make 700, 500, depending,
Yeah, I'm talking cash money. Leave the shift that day. Bye.
Yeah, probably bartending.
Not bad. Even serving too.
Yeah, servers. Yeah, for sure.
In the books, man. Appreciate all you guys watching.
Yeah, man. Make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe, comment. We're just gonna continue to try to push out episodes. We're heading for like 3 a month. We might bump it up to 4.
We're gonna ante it up here once we get rolling.
Yeah, and we got guests coming too. Yeah. We're just trying to dial in, the studio and trying to see where we are gonna film at as far as like bringing guests on. It might be here, might be at a studio, putting that thing together. But follow, like, subscribe, comment, and take us out with
I'm keeping it light. I'm losing my voice lately. Next.